Couldn't agree with you more. I mean, I think we have a lot of the same mentors, and I joke around with my wife all the time. I said I was born like 30 years too late. I always wish that I could really have come up in the world at a time when people like Zig Ziglar and Jim Rohn were
Wow.
around. And I'll tell you a quick funny thing. Like I'm somebody that disappears down the rabbit hole pretty often. Like if I get locked in on somebody whose thought processes and philosophies or something that I'm attracted to, I'll really go to the next layer because I want to know, how did they get that mindset? How did they develop that philosophy in their life? And there's usually someone that mentored them. And so you go down this tree of mentors. And so one of the guys that got my attention was a guy by the name of J. Earl Shoaff. And J. Earl Shoaff was known as the millionaire maker back in the 30s and the 40s. And he was the mentor to Zig Ziglar.
Ah, I
Jim
did not
Rohn.
know that.
Yes, sir. Jim Ziglar, Zig Ziglar, Jim Rohn, and Mary Kay Ash, who
I'll
is
be
the
gone.
Cadillac Mary Kay Cosmetics. And she, quite honestly, they were involved in a business where I think they were selling cutlery and kitchenware. And she was about to quit. And I think it was Zig Ziglar was the one that kind of convinced her, stick around, we need you here. And she did, and she turned herself into a wild success and then started her own cosmetics business. I've got her book sitting over here in my library because that's the point I'm making is I keep going further and further down that rabbit hole, and I find incredible sources of inspiration in places that I never would have guessed in a million billion years.